Good morning, children. Today in social science and history, the French Revolution that we were discussing the outbreak of the revolution. Now, we talked about how society had been divided into three categories: the first estate, second estate, and the third estate. Then we had also talked about the intellectual movement, where the philosophers of the time played a very major role in creating awareness among the people so that the people could become aware and people could get together so that they could fight for their rights. So, those were the things that we talked about. Now, on the 5th of May, 1789, Louis XVI called for an assembly to pass the proposals for new taxes. Now, this is the principle that they used to follow earlier and now also, that he did not have the power, being the king, yet he did not have the power to impose taxes. He could not do that alone. He had to take the permission of the assembly. So, for that reason, he called an assembly. He called all the people of the first estate, second estate, and the third estate. Now, so that they formed together the Estates General. Now, what was the Estates General? Now, Estates General was a political body to which all three estates sent their representatives. So, from the first estate, representatives were sent, second estate, their representatives were sent, and the third estate also sent their representatives. Now, on 5th of May 1789, a hall in Versailles was prepared. It was a resplendent hall, and arrangements were made for the meeting. Now, the number of members who got together in this meeting, from the first estate there were 300 members, from the second estate also there were 300 members, and from the third estate there were 600 members. Now, if we see that here also there was discrimination, that they were not treated equally, in the sense that the people of the first and the second estate, their representatives were seated over there, but the representatives of the third estate were made to stand at the back. Now, the people who represented the third estate, they were represented by the people who were rich, who were prosperous, and they were also educated. Women were not allowed, peasants were not allowed, artisans were not allowed, they were not allowed to enter or be a part of this, one can say, this assembly. Although the people who represented them had carried whatever the demands, whatever the grievances were, whatever the difficulties were, that was handed over to these representatives who were present over there. Now, the system of voting that used to exist in France at that time was that in the past, the voting was carried out, or it was conducted on the basis of each state having one vote. Now, the king obviously wanted the same practice to continue now also, but this time the members of the third estate, who comprise the educated people and the rich people, they wanted voting in a different manner. That is, they wanted or they expected that the king should give an order that the whole assembly should be given the right to vote. That meant that each member should have the right to vote. Now, this was based on a democratic principle which had not yet been introduced, or it was not being implemented in their country, in France. And this idea, this democratic principle, had been proposed by Rousseau, one of the famous writers of the time, in his book, The Social Contract. So, naturally, people adopted that, and they wanted and they felt that this was the right way of handling the matters, but this was not acceptable to the king. So, as a result, what happened was that the king rejected this proposal. This proposal that each member should have the right to vote was not acceptable to the king. So, he refused to believe in this. He refused to give the permission to make this major change in their country. So, the people the 600 members who represented this third estate, they walked out of the assembly because they protested. They did not want they wanted that the king should accept this proposal of each member having one right to vote. So they felt that, and secondly, that they also believed that all the people in France, they were their representatives. So therefore they spoke on their behalf. On 20th June they assembled in the hall of an indoor tennis court in Versailles. Now, they wanted to take matters ahead. They wanted to change the system in their country. So, they declared themselves as a national assembly. So, these people, they considered themselves to be and declared themselves that they were the National Assembly. And in this meeting, they also decided, they swore that they will not move away from there, they will not disperse till they had drafted a constitution for France. This is what they had resolved, this is what they had decided. And by this, what they also made, the most important thing that they wanted was that they wanted to limit the powers of the king. The king who was a monarch, the king who was an absolute ruler, they wanted that his power should be limited by means of this constitution. So this was there. And the people who advocated, the people who propagated it, made this more popular were people like Mirabeau and Abbé Sieyès, who led them. And secondly, they also wanted to remove the feudal privileges. So this another major change that they wanted was that the feudal privileges, the privileges that were given to the first and the second estate, this was mainly given to the second estate, of course, and ultimately the king had to accept this National Assembly. There was no way, there was no option left for him, but he had to accept this National Assembly. Now, while this was going on, while the people were busy and engaged in preparing this constitution, there were revolts at Bastille also. Now, the winter were very severe at that time, and this severe winter led to a bad harvest. And when this bad harvest was there, obviously the production was less. The increase in essential commodities, the prices of essential commodities increased. So when the cost increased, obviously the difficulties of the people increased many.